Hello, and welcome to today's discussion. I'm Sanya.
And I'm Simon. We're here to explore the latest news stories together.
Let's dive right in.
Sounds like a big tech deal. What's the partnership about?
AMD and Anthropic have announced a strategic partnership that includes deploying up to 2 gigawatts of AMD's Instinct MI450 series GPUs. The first gigawatt deployment is set to begin in the first half of 2027.
That's a significant amount of computing power. What will it be used for?
The reporting suggests it will be part of AMD's Helios rack-scale solutions, indicating a major push into AI infrastructure. There's also a multi-year engineering collaboration and a planned equity investment by AMD of up to $5 billion.
Wow, $5 billion is a substantial investment. How does this impact Anthropic's standing in the AI landscape?
According to the articles, this partnership signals confidence in Anthropic's ability to compete with other major AI players like OpenAI. It positions them strongly in the AI safety and research space.
That's interesting. Anthropic's been in the news recently for its AI safety efforts. Can you tell me more about that?
Actually, let's switch to that story. Anthropic recently doubled its AI policy funding to $40 million amid growing concerns about AI safety.
So they're not just getting a hardware boost, but also increasing their focus on AI safety. What's driving that?
The reporting indicates that as AI models like Claude Mythos raise security concerns, especially around significant events like the U.S. midterms, there's a growing call for tougher AI regulations.
That makes sense. With great power comes great responsibility. How does this funding increase fit into their overall strategy?
The $40 million donation is specifically for AI safety and policy efforts, showing Anthropic's commitment to addressing these concerns proactively.
Okay, let's move on to another story.
Ukraine has been targeting Wildberries, Russia's largest online retailer, with drone strikes on its logistics hubs. Multiple attacks have been reported, injuring several employees.
What's the strategic reasoning behind these attacks? Is it purely about disrupting logistics?
The article suggests that by targeting Wildberries' logistics centers, Ukraine is aiming to impact Russia's economy and supply chain. Wildberries is a significant player in Russia's e-commerce space.
I see. So it's not just about the immediate damage, but also about the broader economic impact. Have there been other similar attacks recently?
Yes, the reporting indicates that there have been multiple strikes on Wildberries' logistics hubs over the past week, showing a sustained effort by Ukraine to target this key infrastructure.
Let's switch gears a bit.
Chile's Congress has approved most of President José Antonio Cast's major tax and economic overhaul package. This is a significant legislative victory for Cast.
What are the main goals of this economic overhaul?
The bill aims to boost Chile's private sector, drive job creation, and eliminate certain fiscal deficits. It's part of Cast's efforts to stimulate economic growth in one of Latin America's wealthier nations.
That's a broad agenda. How does this fit into Cast's overall economic strategy, especially given his relatively recent time in office?
Cast took office just over 3 months ago, and this move is part of his efforts to jolt a sluggish economy. The legislation is seen as a key step in his economic reform plans.
Interesting. Let's move to a financial story.
Charles Schwab reported record second-quarter revenue and earnings, beating analyst estimates. Despite this, their stock fell by 2.5%.
That's a bit counterintuitive. What drove the revenue surge?
The reporting highlights strong client growth, increased trading activity, and record client trading volumes as key factors. Schwab raised its full-year guidance as well.
So it was a solid performance, but the market didn't react positively. Any ideas why the stock fell?
The article suggests that despite beating expectations, the market reaction might have been influenced by other factors or perhaps higher expectations from investors.
Okay, let's look at another financial story.
The Indian rupee strengthened against the US dollar, closing at 96.24. This was driven by lower oil prices and significant forex inflows.
How much forex inflow are we talking about?
The reporting mentions that dedicated programs aimed at drawing forex inflows have garnered nearly $21 billion. State-run banks also sold dollars, supporting the rupee around the 96.42 level.
That's a substantial amount. What does this mean for India's economy?
Lower oil prices, reducing demand for the US dollar, and significant forex inflows have supported the rupee. This stability can have a positive impact on India's economic outlook.
As we wrap up today's discussion, it's clear there's a lot happening across different sectors. Sonia, would you like to summarize the key takeaways?
We've covered a range of stories, from AMD's significant partnership with Anthropic in the AI space, Ukraine targeting Russia's e-commerce giant Wildberries, Chile's economic overhaul, Charles Schwab's record earnings, and the Indian rupee strengthening. Each of these stories highlights significant developments in their respective domains.
That's a good summary. I think our listeners will find these discussions informative. Thanks for joining me, Sonia.
Thank you, Simon, and thank you to our listeners for tuning in.
Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.